A complex process then to get the masses of waste that we all generate recycled. But what about the rubbish that gets into our rivers? It's become a hugely topical problem because of the impact it's having on wildlife and humans. Well, now a group of paddlers in Llandysul have decided to do something about it themselves after rubbish in the water started to impact the enjoyment of their sport. Our intrepid reporter Lewis Rhys-Jones is on the water with them this evening. Lewis, how much of a problem is this then?
Absolutely, John. It's a big problem, to be honest. It's a growing problem here. As you can see, I've changed out of my usual attire. I'm in a lovely wetsuit, quite cold though, in a raft kindly provided by the Llandysul Paddlers. And they've been operating along the River Teifi for around 30 years now. So it's quite a long time, as you know. But having spent time with the crew, I've sort of picked up the sense that a lot of people are asking, how do we sort out the rubbish in our rivers? It's one of the longest rivers in Wales with fast-flowing currents. People travel far and wide to take a trip down the River Teifi's rapids. But now, cases of fly tipping and sewage are becoming an increasing issue for members of the much-loved Llandysul Paddlers Canoe Club.
And we get people coming from all over the UK and all over the world here to go kayaking. It's a brilliant river. We've had loads of different highs, lows, lots of different things going on here. But at the moment, our biggest challenge seems to be the amount of rubbish that is coming down into the river. We organised 3 river clean-ups early on in the year, and we had around 50 volunteers on each river clean-up, just sort of getting in the water and walking the river banks and just taking out tons and tons of the rubbish.
Many of the young members at Llandysul Paddlers took part in the river clean-up back in the spring.
We went to a site up the top and paddled down and just collected a load of rubbish on the way down wherever we could find it, really. It's horrible. There's just loads of rubbish in the trees, and when I paddle down the river there's just constantly rubbish coming down. If it's going to get worse, then I don't know what we're going to do about it.
The crew took me down the river in a raft to see the condition of the Teifi, as well as experience the fun of battling the rapids. Joey, our whitewater guide, has been with Llandysul Paddlers for 8 years. What do you think it is that draws people into the River Teifi then?
There's everything here, isn't it? Like this evening when we were rafting, we see there's people on the river kayaking, there's people on the lake kayaking, there's people who have just come to watch the kayaking. There's so much going on here, and it's such an incredible place.
Could you tell me a little bit about, how much of a problem the rubbish has been causing you as a club?
It's been heartbreaking, isn't it? It's gone from showing somebody on a trip that's normally beautiful and kind of there's nothing there to just being surrounded by rubbish in the river, and kind of those people that have wanted to come and experience what the Teifi has to offer are just looking at rubbish on the way down. My little boy, I want to take him paddling on the Teifi. I want him to have the opportunities everyone else has, and unfortunately it's just not the same, is it? If there's rubbish in it, that people aren't going to want their kids to come down and come kayaking. We need to keep it clean.
It's an ongoing battle to protect the Teifi from pollution. Locals and members of the Canoe Club will continue to watch over the river, with plans for further clean-ups in the future.